he insisted that everyone in the company call him Zach. Amy grinned at her, impish as mustard seed. "You're a hit," she said softly. "A palpable hit." Then she raised her voice and called out to Zach. "Why don't you come up here? The crew never gets to be in costume. What about doing a scene with us? You'd make our night, and we could show you why we never became actors." "Amy," Simone hissed, mortified, but Zach just laughed as he came toward them, resting his forearms on the apron of the stage.
"I'd be delighted to do a scene with you. How about Act 4, Scene 1?
That was the scene where Bottom, an Athenian actor who'd been turned into an ass by the mischievous fairy Puck, was doted upon by Titania, the fairy queen, who'd been put under a love spell at the order of her disgruntled husband, Oberon. Her fairy servants, Peaseblossom, Cobweb, and Mustard Seed, helped their queen lavish attention on the ridiculous creature. Zach vaulted effortlessly onto the stage, and Simone's female DNA, programmed for millennia to respond to masculine displays of athleticism, reminded her that Zach Hammond was a truly impressive specimen of manhood. Not that she needed reminding. "Yowza," Amy said. "You're in pretty good shape, huh?" Zach grinned at her.
Thanks for noticing. Now for the scene. Which of you is going to take Titania?
"Simone should," Amy said. "She knows the part." Zach turned those intense blue eyes on her.
"You've played Titania before?"
Simone shook her head. "I'm not an actor."
"Then why do you know the lines?"
Simone hesitated. She was a little annoyed with Amy for bringing it up, although that wasn't really fair. She'd never actually told anyone to keep her ability a secret. But for some reason, she felt shy about telling Zach that Simone has a photographic memory, Amy explained. Simone glared at her. "No, I don't. It's not like that." Zach looked interested.
"But you've memorized Titania's lines."
"Not just Titania," Amy put in. "She's memorized like half of Shakespeare, anything she read in school, and any production she's ever worked on." Zach's eyebrows went up a trifle.
"Impressive. All right then, let's see you in action."
There was a hint of challenge in his eyes, as though he didn't really believe she'd memorized half of Shakespeare. Zach's skepticism was the only thing that could have goaded her into doing the scene. "Fine," she said, gesturing toward a trio of painted trees. "If you'd care to take a seat, Bottom?" His smile grew wider as he sat down on the stage, reclining back against one of the sculpted tree trunks.
"You're sure you're up to the task? You'll have to convince the audience you're in love with me."
Simone sat down beside him. "It shouldn't be a problem. I've been pretty well prepped for this role by my experiences as a single woman."
"Meaning?"
"I know what it's like to be in love with an ass." He threw back his head and laughed.
"Touché, Miss Oliver."
"I thought I was Simone now." He nodded.
"Simone it is. And Amy," he added, glancing up at the stage manager. "Shall we begin?" he asked, looking back at Simone. "This first line is yours."
Simone cleared her throat, but her voice still squeaked a little when she spoke. "Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy." She paused. "I'm not kissing your ears, by the way."
"Don't break character,"
Zach admonished her, but he was grinning. A beat went by, and a subtle transformation seemed to pass over him. His mocking expression softened into gentle amiability, and then, like magic, he became Bottom.
"Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?"
Amy stepped forward. "What's your will?" she asked.
"I must to the barber's, monsieur, for methinks I am marvellous hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass. If my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch."
Zach's tone, rustic and courtly at the same time, pulled Simone into the absurd, sweet magic of the scene. When she spoke her next line,